Hey love, so today I'm going to do something super brave. I'm actually going to do a channeling in front of you. I watched a guy do an extraterrestrial channeling today. I do channelings on, I'm a medium, and so I do a kind of light, fun, different things. But I decided to do one today because it kind of sparked my interest when I was watching his. And there's a couple different kinds of channeling. Like, some people let people come into their vessel and their face changes, their voice changes. I've done that once or twice, and I wasn't really super comfortable with it because your body can be possessed a lot. And so I've actually put a healing around my room to prevent anything too crazy from happening. Some people that have, I spoke to another healer, and she says that some people's eyes change. Well, she says that she's only seen two shamans' eyes change, and I was one of the shamans she saw. It's kind of freaky. I've seen the vision of it, so if my eyes go weird, please don't. I'm actually going to probably keep them closed most of the time just because I don't want to freak people out. But yeah, I usually tend to just hear, and then I'll just say what I hear, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen because I've never actually tried to channel extraterrestrials. I'm not in the business of trying to research and then try to do something somebody else has done. I honestly am just playing with the concept. I'm kind of one of those, there's a book I read, just Touched by Life or something like that. Touched by Light. He's a healer, and he doesn't believe in God or anything. It was just a gift he was given. And so a lot of the book is him getting research based on his gifts and to see if it was valid. And that's kind of what I like to do. I like to see if some of this stuff is valid because it's cool, and and over time I definitely I believe in it more and more the more I do it. So it's like my own testimonial at the same time. So before I went on this journey, I wanted to pick a song. So I asked the universe to kind of give me a song in what direction that the aliens want to reach me in. And the song that came on, and I'll post it below, was, oh, it's that movie. Basically, there you go. It's been a long time. That song. Yeah. Anyways, I'll post it below. And you guys can hear it. And it was actually kind of sweet, in the sense that a lot of them view us as family and friends, and they miss us. But that doesn't mean that's the only aliens we're gonna have show up. So I'm actually gonna go into the Akashic Records first, and I want to kind of get the definition of what an alien is, and leave all of my agendas and all of everybody's agendas aside, and whether, I just want to play with this idea and see what happens and comes out. So before I do this, I actually pulled some cards based on my personal, what source, how do I access them? And the first card they pulled for me was called Intuition. And let me just read a little bit of what it says there. That one's for the angel. Hold on. You have set your heart, Intuition. The deer tells you to trust yourself, and to open to encouraging a new adventure. Take notice of your inner thoughts and perceptions. They are more accurate than you think. Trust your senses. Listen closely to the unsaid words around you. As much as you can be gained from this. Clarity of vision is well within your reach. Be gentle with yourself. Force isn't necessary. Release critical and uncaring thoughts about yourself. You have an opportunity to practice self-love, which can open many doors and bring you adventure. You are worthy of hearing what Spirit has to say. You are worthy of moving beyond the surface. Be open to what is coming through you. The second one it gave me was Listen. Be still and listen. Open your heart to the beauty of the world, absorbing all of its colors and nature. Listen for the truth of your heart and quietening the chatter of fear. Savor relief as calmness infuses your body and being. Pause and relinquish tranquility, allowing stillness to birth seeds of radiance. And inspire and enjoy, exhilarate the joy of creation. Listen, be. And the last one I thought was kind of cool too was Imagine a lot of this is just creative, just trusting and allowing your intuition and your imagination to take over and just to listen to it. So these were pretty on. Welcome to the dreamy awareness of your inner world. Goddess is calling you through the lavender clouds and creativity balls to come up and spend time here to revere. You've been given a secret key. Now is the time to use it. Put on your outfit of swim shoes and hoodie. Get your hair out of your face. Be ready for anything. Once engaged and playful, this wild and erotic inner ride is the direct link to the better outer world and life. As your dreamscape, the goddess crafts your imagination into reality. Take the steps to your reset stop. Visit and vision as often as possible. Here in this fantasy world, the sunlight is always on, and Goddess is always available. But you alone must activate it. Climb the steps, turn the key, and open the door to your own lavender dreamed imagination station. So the next card I asked what angel, because I would like this to be a cool journey and not get like possessed by some crazy thing, what angel would be willing to walk me. And this card like literally jumped out, like it was like flew out of my deck. It was insane. And Clairsentence, and that is Archangel Raquel. And this is what the card says. Please honor your feelings. Don't be afraid of deep emotions or intense feelings. I can help you distinguish between your own feelings and those of others. I also help you clear any energies you may absorb, which is good because if I go into other dimensions or realms, I don't want to pick up these aliens. Their stuff going on. I also, I'll guide you toward people, situations, and places with clear and loving energy. Your receptive emotions and physical feelings provide important information, so please notice and follow these feelings. They're answers to your prayers. Ask me to help translate confusing messages so that you'll clearly know which step to take. So I think that's really cool because I actually didn't select this angel, it selected itself, and this angel is the one that helps guide you where you need to go, but also helps you protect you so you don't take on extra things, and it also helps decipher messages. So it's like the perfect angels to join us today. So I'm going to first go into the Akashic Records, and the Akashic Records Edgar Casey's used them. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I kind of want to just open the book and kind of just like tell you what I see or what it says, because I'm going to go in and kind of like ask about the true history and where aliens come from and what this whole thing is, okay? And I'm going to have this little dude take me up there. Well, actually, generally when I use the Akashic Records, I go up an elevator to that realm, but I'm actually, today in the shower, I was inspired to go inward into the DNA cellular level within the human beings, because they actually, through microscope, it looks a lot like a universe. And so it almost was like inspired that instead of going upward, it wants me to go inward to access these records. Anyways, so I'm going to do that real quick in front of you. So it's kind of interesting as I'm going deeper, it actually is almost like I'm going through the water within the cell, which is kind of fascinating. And it's taking me down. Sometimes when I access theta, I know that my eyes are fluttering. That's me accessing my theta abilities. I promise you it's not free. Well, it looks kind of freaky, but that's what's happening. It just helps me see more clearly with my third eye. And there we go. And we're walking into the Akashic Records as we speak. Now, they usually tell you to imagine like a library or whatever, but for whatever reason at this point, it more looks like energy vessels all around me. So it's like a library, but it's not like a real book. It's like tablets of energy, like golden tablets all down all the walls. And it's almost like they're filled with coding, if that makes sense. And so I'm going to be asked to be taken. Usually my guide shows up, so let me see where he's at right now. The angel's like, nope, I'm taking you there. So the angels actually are already walking me there, Raquel. And he's like, I got you covered. He's taking me to the archives and so he's opened up a gate or like a door right now, and he's pulling me through. And this, I can't read this language. Like, this language is like symbols, this gold that lights up in the paperwork, so it's like energy based paper. It's really hard to explain, but the words are kind of different. But he's flipping through the pages for me, and he says he'll translate for me. He says the world began with a word. It was birthed through thought, through vision, through inspiration of souls who came before to create a place of harmony for their children to learn and grasp the concepts of what the immortal experience was about. To translate this figuratively, we must note, and he's taken me to a footnote, that every experience is different, that there are no experiences uniquely alike, as each vessel that takes a body is born to create their own reality. With awareness based on previous experiences that they were given by previous incarnations and thoughts manifested through the whole of which they are. There is not but one God, creator, which they seem to hold to, the thought of which may inspire them. There is many, one of which they are. They are the birthplace of creation. God, this thing they worship, is within all of them. In unity, they serve to create greatness amongst them, planning each incarnation with, he showed me I don't even know, it looks like a sperm. It was more, I don't think there's a word to illustrate what he was trying to say. So he used imagery instead. But it's like the sperm or some type of thing coming down. They transpire to become the greatest aspects of their oversoul, to learn and to grow with each incarnation. That may feel alien, but there is no such thing as alien, as they are part of the whole. They have been on many worlds. They have experienced many lifetimes. They have come and gone and been and done through multiple experiences, through multiple forms, through multiple lives. Therefore, they are alien themselves. The term alien is foreign, but it is only foreign to them because they have forgotten who they are. They do not know the importance of each life they carry. And if they choose to not partake and to expand and to grow and to pay attention to the lessons that they themselves have asked to happen, they retard their growth and their expansion, and they become lost souls, recycled in everlasting memory loss of who they are. But there is always hope. As we love each one of you, as we love all that you are and all that will be, as we see you as nothing but what you are at all times, as time does not exist within this realm of dimension which you are in. It is but a space for you to process the emotions which you are going through, and based on what is happening to you at this time. There is no such thing as time within the higher dimensions of understanding. It is something simply that you are put on this planet to help you devise a way for you to understand what is actually happening within your souls at this point in place, so you can learn lessons at a pace which you can understand on a deep level, to bring to an awareness that is higher than above your current consciousness. So the aliens which you seek are within inside of you. Each one of you holds the DNA and spectrums of these beings. Yes, they exist in the sense that there are multiple worlds. There are multiple places for each of you to achieve and to reach and to sense and to call upon, but each one is within you. This is but one of the tabernacles of our galaxies. This is but one of the resting homes for the divinity in which we are all encompassed in, that we all grow from. This is but one of the many schools or inheritances we have given our children as a place to understand who they are on deep levels. This world consists of things that other worlds do not. Pain, he is felt here deeper. Sorrow, misery, but also the ability to feel beauty, to sense the joys and the sunlight in a moment. The senses of a human are what make human beautiful, and we choose to love them as they are. We do not judge them as they judge themselves. They have become so critical of themselves and each other, like children, unaware of the great potential in each one of them. If they knew who they were and who they sat across, that person next to them did something great to save them before, or that person that hurts them now was once their greatest lover, they would learn to let go of all of these ideas and these concepts which they assume are because someone is trying to hurt them. These are the mirrors and the reflections of their own pain, their own thoughts, their own imaginations, their own creations. They have simply forgotten who they are, and so they are left in darkness. We have seen this. We knew this was coming. Darkness has tried to control. What is darkness? Darkness is the absence of light, the absence of consciousness, awareness. Is it evil? No, it is but a state of forgetful, a state of unknowing, a state of not remembering the greatness within each one of us. When someone forgets who they are, they become dark. They lose the light, which amplifies all their intensities of remembering of who and what they have done and why they have come this time in this incarnation. One is not better than the other. The bum is no more better than the rich man, or the rich man better than the bum. They are simply playing out different stories within their own paradigms, which they have chosen to do at this time to honor the roles in which they would like to achieve. Each one values something different. And based on their values, they pursue different goals and different decisions in which they want to become. It does not happen because they choose. I lost him. Hold on one second. having a hard time reconnecting to him. One second.